What's up everyone, my name is of course Tom and welcome to TechStream. Today, thanks to the guys over at Cherry, we're taking a look at something a little bit different today. We've got their KC6000 Slim keyboard. But first of all, as always, let's roll on that intro. So the KC6000 Slim keyboard from Cherry. Now, most people think of Cherry and think of MX switches. That's your typical sort of MX Reds and things that you see on gaming mechanical keyboards. They're also actually used a lot in industrial applications because of their sort of ultra long life. The KC6000 on the other hand is something a little bit different. This is more of an office keyboard or standard home user. I will say now it comes in at about 30 to £32 here in the UK, and there is literally nothing in the box bar a keyboard and an operating manual. You really don't need an operating manual. And this is the KC6000. I was actually quite surprised by it. It's a £30 keyboard. It comes with a fixed sort of 6-foot white cable. It is available in two options. I have the silver and white one here. That is also available in black. And I must admit, I've been a Mac user in the past. Yeah, oopsie. And I must say, this definitely has a Apple look to it, shall we say. And is that a bad thing? No, not really. I think if you're looking at a replacement for a Mac keyboard, definitely stay tuned for this video. So it is your standard full-size keyboard. Windows buttons, it is a Windows one. I have a UK layout here. We have some function buttons, a browser button, some media buttons, a calculator button. It's a pretty standard keyboard. Chiclet style keys, they're quite slim, but they are raised considerably more than like a normal laptop or an Apple keyboard. And overall, it's just a really nice solid keyboard. There's some flex to it, but it's thin and it is relatively, I say it's relatively light. For a keyboard of this size, it's actually quite heavy, but it's never going to have the rigidity of one of these big gaming keyboards. There's just not enough sort of volume in keyboard there for it, but it's a very well made keyboard. Got a few rubber feet on the bottom just to stop it sliding. That is my desk wobbling. But there is no height adjustment, and I must admit, me personally, I find the very flat, it is almost completely flat, so the desk is maybe sort of like a couple of degree rise to it. The very flat does make for me, slightly weird typing. I do like my keyboards raised up. That is all down to personal preference. But I must say, the actual typing experience on it is very good, apart from the spacebar being very clicky purely due to the size of it and the bars on either end just to support it. Overall, it actually has quite a nice feel. It's a very well made keyboard. It is not exactly expensive. I think if you are looking for a very minimalistic keyboard for your setup, or if you are a Mac user and you're looking for an alternative to a Mac keyboard that doesn't cost the world, I actually think this is better made than the Mac keyboards. I think it looks just as good as the Apple stuff. It will sit on an Apple desk with no problems. And I think it's got a much nicer typing experience. The keys have got a much nicer travel. Although they are chiclets, they are sort of longer travel than a normal laptop. But overall, yeah, the KC6000 Slim. It's quite a nice little keyboard really, if you're just looking for something to pop on your desk and maybe use on a test bench or something. I know a lot of you out there will be testing hardware and things like that. It could be handy for somebody who's just looking for something slim, keep out of the way, not going to take up all your space, doesn't have loads of flashing lights, and it's just cheap and relatively decent to use. I'm going to have to actually give this a thumbs up. As a £30 keyboard, you could buy a lot worse, definitely. But I will say, it doesn't have any feet to raise it up. Yeah, and I think with this styling, they would do well to offer an Apple option. I know we are primarily PC users here, but that styling screams Apple. You can't say it doesn't, and it would be nice just to see an Apple logo version, even if they just did it on the silver and white ones, just to have Apple logos. It would just make it look a little bit better on a Mac. desktop. But that's about it for today, guys. Like I said, just a quick little video. Only a cheap little keyboard. It popped in through the mail, and I thought, yeah, we'll give it a little bit of airtime. So there we go, guys. Just a quick one. And if you've liked this video, don't forget, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Not a problem. Any questions or comments down below, I always take the time to try and answer them. And if you want to see more of me and maybe looking at something a bit different to this little keyboard, click that subscribe button and the little notification bell. On that note, guys, that is all for today, and I will see you all again next week.